Hi everyone. Have you ever had anything break? I have. I was putting away some plates the other day from the dishwasher and I was putting them into the cupboard and one of the plates slipped out of my hand and it went crash, smash. Can you guess what happened? Yes, that's right. The plate smashed into so many pieces and I couldn't put it back together again. And if I'd known I was going to do a video about breaking plates, I might have left my bits to show you, but I didn't know I was going to do a video about brokenness back then. So they were in so many bits, I couldn't put them back together. That plate would never look the same again. Not how it was. Do you remember last week? Do you remember last week we learnt a memory verse? We were jumping up and down. Do you remember what it was? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. That's right. So who was there in the beginning? God. And what did he create? The heavens and the earth. That's right. Everything was good. 2 thumbs up. But in this week's reading, things become broken. What went wrong? So let's do a quick summary of the chapters in Genesis that we're doing in church today. So chapter 2 is about creation. It's a closer look at what happened. And so we see how God created man, and then he gave man a perfect companion or a perfect helper to help him, and that was woman. And everything in God's world was perfect. But in chapter 3, we hear about how this perfect world was broken. It was broken and we can't put it back together again, just like my plate couldn't be put back together. Our broken world can't be put back together. We can't do that. This isn't the way we're meant to live. So in chapter 4 of Genesis, the brokenness continues with Adam and Eve and their children, Cain and Abel. And Cain got jealous of Abel. And although God told him, stop being jealous, stop being angry with your brother, he didn't listen to God. And so he killed his brother. Which circle do you think Cain is living in? Do you think he's living in the perfect created world or the broken world? Yes, it's the broken world, isn't it? It's the broken world. And you know what? Today we still live in the broken world. We still live in a world where people are not listening to God. They don't obey God and they don't listen to God. And so our world is still broken. And we see how our world is broken when we see that people are sad. People are sick. People are scared or worried. This lockdown means that that we can't meet together, and that makes me sad. But wait, I have another circle. See, even though we do wrong things, just like Adam and Eve and Cain did, God has a plan to save us. God's plan started way back in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, and that he was going to rescue us from this broken world. Jesus, he sent Jesus down to earth to show us what God was like. When he showed us what God was like, we could see that Jesus had no brokenness, no sin. And so he took our punishment on the cross. He took the punishment for our brokenness and our sin. And then he rose back to life again. So he is our alive Saviour. Isn't God great? Isn't he such a great God that he would love us so much that even when we blow it, he still loves us so much to save us from this brokenness? That's some really great news, isn't it? Well, I hope you have a good week this week, and try and remember our memory verse, Genesis 1:1. See you next week.